love my son, I'm loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Check. 53. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Shelton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The first carry now. This is Matthews. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check.
Operating from the gun, Shelton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Randall. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
On the ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Tompkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Leo.
On second down, Keys. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Ready. Watching your five. It's out time, guys. It's out time. Slam. Hard. Watch the cheetah. Shoot.
On first down, Keys trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Rock it. Fire.
Now a give, right side. Keys. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. No. Go. Hey, high 7. Look at me. Go.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Daniels that time.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll run on first down. Keys. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. A first down carry for Matthews. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Leo. Check. Say. Hey, Haywood. Right 34. Hit it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shelton. And Matthews makes the ground. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Hey, lock it. Check 13. Check 13.
Throwing on 1st down. Shelton. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
22 jet bomber. Come. Hey, Charlie. Check 49. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You must be dreaming. 55. 53.
Looking to throw. Shelton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Check 26, check. Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's get the ball. Mike. Bravo. 53, Mike. You better bring it. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Shelton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10 way up at the 37. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Recon, 132 fighter. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Yo, go. 55. Eat.
2nd and 9 now. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Shelton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Shelton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Randall now ready to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On the ready.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get in the weight room.
Hey, Sam off now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Broncos' 42-yard line.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Check 52.
To throw on 2nd down. Shelton. He finds Matthews. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. This quarterback now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Inside handoff, Matthews. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, lock it. 25. Check 25. Check 25. X3. 218. Chop it. Tighten up. Hard. Hard. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shelton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check the backer.
Draw play. Here's Matthews. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And his kick is indeed good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You got 3 down.
Hey, wahoo! Shoot!
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Daniels that time, but now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
55, check, 55, Mike.
Score!
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Set up. 60 yards.
Hey, 4 down.
Get it.
On 2nd down now. Keys. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Matthews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Looking to throw. Shelton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Shelton. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
This is fielded at the 27. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Matthews. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Ready. 18 Gator. Rock it. Smooth. Check. Crunch. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Shelton. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. On 1st down, Keys. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. They'll try the left side. Keys. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 36 yards on the play.
A gain of 36 yards.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Broncos on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Keys. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. It's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run. Matthews. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike. Now.
From the gun, Shelton. Going for a right side here, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Shelton. This will be caught at about the 5. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
On the set.
Come on.
49, check 49, check 49. Shift. Topper. Ready.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Keys. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
18,
They'll try the left side. Keys. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, Keys. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Ready, set.
55. Eat. Let's go, defense.
Oh!
Eat, man up, eat.
Out.
All right, 50.
Now!
55. Rap. Switch.
Hey, check 24.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Now!
On third down, Keys. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So in an evenly contested AFC title game, that very likely was the kick that'll send them to the Super Bowl.
And that's why you and I are up in the booth. Can't even imagine the pressure he was under right there. I mean, that's a career definer. And he stepped up and calmly put it through the uprights.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Begin. Check.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.